And welcome everyone to the Riverside County Board Brief. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. Our very first show of 2023. We appreciate you tuning in. And it was a very eventful first meeting of the calendar year as we had 4 different swearing-in ceremonies. Take a quick look at some video from earlier today as we had 3 different supervisors being sworn in, including Karen Spiegel from the 2nd District being sworn in there. And then we also had Supervisor V. Manuel Perez from the 4th District, even though Supervisor Perez and Supervisor Spiegel, they were unopposed in their districts. They were still sworn in again. And then our brand new supervisor in District 5, we will hear from him in just a moment, Yxstian Gutierrez, our 5th District Supervisor being sworn in. And we also had Ben Benoit, the new Auditor-Controller for Riverside County. So that is a quick recap of the 4 swearing-in ceremonies. We mentioned a new supervisor in the 5th District, the former mayor of Moreno Valley, Yxstian Gutierrez. Take a look at some video as he was being sworn in, surrounded by family and friends this morning during the Board of Supervisors meeting. So Supervisor Gutierrez being sworn in and then officially having his first meeting as a supervisor for the county of Riverside. We had a chance to catch up with Supervisor Gutierrez to talk more about his vision for the county of Riverside, and specifically something that's very important to him, the Ramona Expressway. Well, we have a very special guest here on this edition of the Board Brief. It is our brand new supervisor in the 5th District, Yxstian Gutierrez. And Supervisor, welcome to the Riverside County team. I know today was your first meeting. So the folks out there watching, what are some of the things that are important to you in your 5th District this year?
Well, thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here on my first meeting actually. A few things that are really important to me is public safety. I think public safety is very important. Also addressing the homelessness crisis that's in the 5th District is very, very important. In addition to that, also infrastructure needs. So there's a lot of infrastructure needs from sewer, clean water, especially in the 5th District that's really needed. And I'm looking forward to, in a collaborative manner, working with my colleagues to address that public safety, the infrastructure, and the public safety needs of our 5th District.
Supervisor, specifically during today's meeting, the Ramona Expressway, a lot of attention gets paid to the, that Ramona Expressway. It's a huge artery going through Riverside County, connecting, well, like the Moreno Valley area out to the pass. What happened today during the meeting that you could tell folks at home watching this about the Ramona Expressway and how their commute might be a little bit safer?
Well, definitely. So today, the board actually, we approved a new 8.5-mile median, concrete median, which will definitely improve the public safety for our community in terms of reducing fatalities. And so I'm super excited of what we approved and looking forward to bringing that to the residents of the 5th District.
Supervisor, appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. That's Yxstian Gutierrez, 5th District Supervisor here in the County of Riverside on the Board Brief.
Thank you.
A big thanks to Supervisor Gutierrez for that exclusive interview, and welcome to the Riverside County team. Also, a big welcome to Ben Benoit, the new Auditor-Controller. Let's take a look at some video from the board meeting. Again, we had 4 different swearing-in ceremonies, and there is Ben Benoit, his mother, and there was his sister next to him holding the Bible as he took the oath and was sworn in as the new Auditor-Controller for Riverside County. And of course, the name rings a bell. Ben Benoit, we had a chance to hear from him after he was sworn in, giving some statements on what he would like to accomplish as the Auditor-Controller for you, for Riverside County.
That's going to be one of my big goals, is to make sure our county can do better. You heard this morning from our 3 supervisors who were just sworn in again, all of the goals and ambitions, and we do need to reach high. We do need to take care of all those folks. And we need to make sure that we're doing a great job for all of our communities, not just the communities that show up, but also the voices that aren't here today. So as we do that, we need to make sure we're doing it in a fiscally responsible way, and I make sure we're going to be doing that, and I'll be making sure from my perspective that we are doing that. Because if we don't take care of the fiscal dollars we have, things will go bad, and we know that. And so my promise to the supervisors and to Jeff Van Wagenen is to make sure that you guys have the tools and the trust that you need to know how much money we have, how much money we can spend, and is being spent correctly.
Ben Benoit, everyone, the new Auditor-Controller for Riverside County. And also during the Board of Supervisors meeting, they passed the new legislative platform for 2023 and 2024. We're going to hear from Carolina Herrera, who is the Director of Legislative Affairs for Riverside County, to talk more about what exactly are these legislative platforms and some of the issues that she is tackling up in Sacramento. Here's Carolina. And now joining us here on the Riverside County Board Brief, it is Carolina Herrera. And Carolina, so you are the Director of Legislative Affairs, and today during the Board of Supervisors meeting, they passed the legislative platform for 2023 and 2024. Carolina, what exactly does that mean?
It's a statement of purpose and values for the county and the type of work we're wanting to do in Sacramento and DC to advance the goal and the mission of the county, which is to improve quality of life for the residents and those we serve. And it's also a strategy for how we're going to do that, meaning the policy, the process, and the partnerships that need to take place legislatively for us to do all of those things. So we're super excited about the work.
So you're kind of our extension to Sacramento, right? The state capital?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, specifically, Carolina, what are some of the things that you are working for all the folks out there in Riverside County you're working on their behalf for?
Yeah, so I think one of the ones that really highlights the work that we're going to be doing in Sacramento is the shortage of judgeships, which I know a lot of people have heard about in the paper, and it's gotten a lot of news and press lately. So we're working with the members of our legislative delegation to try to advance that, get additional funding, and think about what do we need to do structurally to get funding that's reflective of the growth in the population that's happened here in Riverside County.
All right, very good. Thank you, Carolina. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
And once again, a big thanks to Carolina Herrera. That's going to do it for our first board brief of 2023. My name is Pep Fernandez, and we'll see you next time.